Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Woman shot and killed, 9-year-old son injured. The bloodletting has continued in the old St. Catherine capital of Spanish Town, with a 24-year-old mother being the latest victim. The woman, who has been identified as Alicia Alwood of Mansfield Avenue in the parish, was reportedly shot and killed and her 9-year-old son injured when their home was invaded by a gunman about 7:45 p.m. Friday. Reports are that residents heard explosions and summoned the police. On the arrival of the lawmen, Alwood was found in a pool of blood and her son was also found suffering from gunshot wounds. Alwood was pronounced dead at hospital, while her son has been admitted. She was reportedly out on bail for breaches of the Firearm Act at the time she was killed. Westmoreland man shot and injured while celebrating birthday. A man is said to be in serious condition in hospital after he was shot multiple times at our district Burn Savannah in Westmoreland while he was celebrating his birthday on Friday night. Reports from the police are that the injured man was at a shop with other people celebrating his birthday when he was shot. He was reportedly standing along the roadway when he was approached by a man armed with a handgun who opened gunfire, hitting him in his left and right eye, left hand and left side. He was transported to the Savannah Lamar Public General Hospital by a relative, where he is admitted in a serious condition. Investigations are ongoing. Chanel Muir collapses from exhaustion, set to miss shows. Dancehall artist Chanel Muir reported collapse on Saturday from exhaustion and stress-related symptoms in Montego Bay, St. James. A report from her manager, Cara Victors, said Muir was taken to G West Urgent Care while she was assessed and sent on 7 days leave due to stress-related symptoms and exhaustion. The Amabella DJ will not be performing a pair of shows this weekend, Shades on the Beach and Cups Up in Ottawa Saint on Saturday, and Hartford, Connecticut on Sunday. The top girl singer apologized to her fans and the promoters of the two events. According to the release, she has also vowed to take better care of her health, therefore ensuring that she is able to honor her commitments to her fans as she continues to pursue the career she loves. Dancehall artist Chronic Law and Andy are also billed to perform at Shades on the Beach at Sugarpot Beach on Saturday. Cops killing leaves family numb. 22-year-old was determined to escape poverty, says aunt. Constable Brian Martin had just arrived in Frog City for a visit with his mother when he was brutally gunned down on Saturday night. Martin and 4 others, including a 10-year-old child, were shot at a wake on Ricky's Avenue in the Kingston 13 community. The 22-year-old cop, who was shot in the face, died while undergoing treatment while the other 4 persons were admitted in hospital. On Sunday morning, the late cop's aunt, Natalie Hamilton, remembered her nephew as quiet, hard-working young man who was determined to escape poverty and provide for his mother. Ask anybody about Martin, they describe him as the one who will not talk. He decided that he would go hold him head out of poverty, take him mother out of poverty, and him go to school, get him subject, and then him turn police. And this is the result, the distraught aunt told reporters. Information reaching reporters is that about 10 p.m., men armed with M16 rifles entered the premises where the wake was being held and opened gunfire, hitting Martin and the 4 other victims. In the meantime, the police high command has condemned Martin's murder. The police will not be deterred by this latest attack. They will continue their focus on ridding communities of guns, gunmen and gangs who continue to cause death, pain and mayhem, the high command said in a statement. Furthermore, we will be relentless in our pursuit in bringing those criminals to justice. Anyone with information that may assist with this investigation is encouraged to contact Crime Stop at 311 or the Police 119 emergency number. The Forces Chaplaincy Branch and Welfare Department are providing support to family members, friends and colleagues of Martin, who was assigned to the Halfway Tree Police Station.
Can walk in the whole community, the whole of Frog City, Livery Kids Close, anyhow you want to call it. Ask anybody about Martin. Them describe him as the one when I talk. He not talk. Besides him, I hold up him head out of poverty. He might take him mother out of poverty. And him go to school, get him subject them, and besides him, I go turn police. This is the result. Him no reach here not even 10 minutes good. Him come say him a look for him nephew and him mother. And end up out there so. And this is the result. Want justice for this. Want police them for go harder than hard. Because trust me, it rough. It rough him mother not take it easy. Should not take it easy, none at all. Trust me, my body just feel numb because it's shocking. It's shocking. It's something we will not expect. But we just have to give God thanks and we are pray. I pray, we have to pray right now because we don't know how to explain all of this.
Maypen Mayor issues warning against persons illegally selling land in parish. The chairman of the Clarendon Municipal Corporation has warned persons illegally selling land in the parish to unsuspecting citizens to cease and desist. The warning comes in the wake of reports that sections of Clarendon are facing similar challenges to those experienced by residents who were sold lots in farmland next to the Clifton community in St. Catherine by alleged criminals. Speaking at Thursday's meeting of the corporation, Mayor Winston Maraj bemoaned the fact that the hard-working people are being swallowed.
If we want to ensure sustainable development within Clarendon, let us all give attention to the issues surrounding housing solutions for our residents. We recently observed in national media the demolition of illegal buildings erected on government-owned lands. It is reported that this situation started with the unregulated sale of lands by criminal enterprises who use the proceeds to fund even greater illicit actions. Personally, I am elated that this abuse of citizen trust has been put to an end. No hard-working Jamaican should be swindled, especially in relation to owning property. I am happy that it was the political representative that acted as the whistleblower, demonstrating that the political system has teeth and does not support gangsterism. Incidentally, it has also been brought to my attention that we may have similar actions being carried out here in Clarendon. For all those who are involved, I beg you to cease and desist. And I also urge my fellow colleagues to refrain from associating yourself with any influence of that nature.
2 boys among 4 taken into custody following robbery in Portmore. 2 schoolboys were among 4 males who were arrested following an alleged robbery in Portmore, St. Catherine Friday night. According to reports reaching reporters, a couple was walking along the Brighton Main Road about 9:30 p.m. when they were pounced upon by 4 males who alighted from a car. They were reportedly robbed of cash, cellular phones and other personal items. An alarm was raised and the police alerted. Members of the St. Catherine South Police Quick Response Team responded and intercepted the getaway car. It was soon discovered that 2 of the 4 occupants were both 15 years old high school students. They and 2 adults were taken into custody. Meanwhile, the stolen items were reportedly recovered. Incentivize agriculture to attract young people, says Homer Davis. Member of Parliament for the St. James Southern, Homer Davis, is recommending that additional steps be taken to incentivize agriculture in order to attract more young people. The cohort of farmers in my constituency is at an average age of 60 years old and is at time to refresh, reset and re-energize the sector by making agriculture more attractive and economically viable to our young people, he said. Davis, who is also Minister of State in the Office of the Prime Minister, Western Region, was making his contribution to the State of the Constituency debate in the House of Representatives on October 12. He suggested that more should be done to provide lands through lease to engage more young people in the field. There are thousands of hectares of aqua land. They are all idle, and I would say to the Ministry of Agriculture, if we are seriously looking at food security for Jamaica, we should identify some of these lands, and not just identify these lands, but to engage a younger generation of farmers, Davis recommended. By doing so, we can extend to these young farmers long-term leases on these and peppercorns rate. The Rural Agricultural Development Authority RADA knows the landscape, and I would recommend that a comprehensive study of the soil type in the area of southern St. James be done, and based on their findings, make these lands available to young farmers at peppercorn rates, Davis said. He pointed out that approximately 200 farmers have been assisted this year. We have supported several of our farmers with technical support, working with RADA, and have donated seeds, fertilizers, baby chicks equipment, and other farm supplies, he noted. Meanwhile, Davis also called for the construction of sub-fare stations in Cambridge and Maroon Town. To get from the Barnett Street Fare Station to Cambridge is a 35 to 40 minutes drive, and that's Cambridge proper, get to Maroontown is a similar time period. We need to make sure that we have first responders in this era township that can deal with immediate fire or immediate emergencies, he said. He informed that since the start of the year, there have been 41 fires in his constituency, resulting in millions of dollars in losses. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification